Hello and welcome in, soccer friends, to the fall 2023 edition of the Michigan State Youth Soccer Association State Cup Finals. My name is Robert Kerr alongside Sports Video USA. We are streaming live and it'll be archived on MSYSA's YouTube channel. This weekend is featuring age groups of 14 through U19 girls in both the Premier and Elite divisions. Up next, the teams are entering the field in the field house. We have Detroit CDFC Genesee 06 Rouge versus MFA Revolution 06 Black in the Premier Division Final. The winners of this match, the champions, will advance to the Regional President's Cup June 14th through 18th, 2024 in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. As a team line up in black is MFA Revolution from Muskegon Norton Shores, and in gray DCFC Genesee, led by Coach Robert Knuckles, coming from Grand Blanc, Michigan. Both of these teams advanced with impressive records. The team in gray, DCFC Genesee, 5-0 win in the semifinals. A perfect 4-0 in the cup. 13 goals won against in the cup and 2-2 in league play. To get here, they won 5-0, like I said, and they defeated East Side FC. The Revolution in black, 18 goals scored and 2 against in group play. They got a 2-0 win against Royal Oak in the semifinal to advance. They lost to that team last year, so they've already done one better and are looking to kick on here today. Head coach Robert Knuckles for DCFC Genesee, very confident in this team going up. His quote going into this match: the only acceptable thing for this team is winging it all and advancing to the next stage of the President's Cup. So a great game, just moments away. The U18 Girls Premier State Cup Final 2023 here in Brighton, Michigan at the Legacy Center Sports Complex. Referees are Evan Barnett, assistants Jeremy Schultz and Jason Greaves. We'll play 2 45-minute halves. Hopefully have a winner. If not, 2 15-minute overtime halves and penalty kicks to follow. And there's the starting whistle, and we're off in the U18 Girls Premier State Cup Final 2023. MFA Revolution in the all black, going from left to right on your screen. DCFC in all gray from right to left. Exciting weekend of finals. This is the second of 6 this weekend here at the Field House. If you're tuning in on the MSYSA YouTube channel, you don't recognize these teams, you can check the playlist for the Dome games, but we are here in the Field House. Some early pressure here. Gets DCFC on the ball on the far side of the field. Doesn't connect there. It'll bounce out to the far side. Both teams running a 4-3-3 here, and when we get a pause, I'll go through our starters. The Detroit CDFC on the front foot here. Sheds a player, looks up, tries to find the right winger, does number 14 in gray. It's Ayanna Blake. Revolution on the ball. The right-hand side is the Revs. Both teams, this is the culmination of many years. MFA Revolution Coach Jason Fisher said a majority of this team have been together since they all started together in U9s. Similarly, the DCFC team, formerly the Celtic, been together at least 7 years. So both teams been together a long time. This is a big match for each side. Free kick taken into the Revolution box. A high blooper will challenge the goalkeeper. DCFC gets on the end of it. This is in the box. MFA player goes down, grabbing her face, trying to clear the ball, and does. Referee's keeping an eye on it and eventually does blow the whistle. Players still down. MFA Revolution teammates quick to see the condition of their player while we check in on the injured Revolution player. Will go through their starting lineup. In goal is number 23, Emily Santos. In the back, we got Lauren Rydell, number 18. Number 19, Reese Triska. Number 2, Emma Anderson. Number 5, Eliana Jurizal. In the midfield, number 16, Maria Ingeberg. Number 4, Maddie Billings. Number 3, Addison Fisher. In the front line for the Revs is 31, Ava Pelton, 11, Jocelyn Rude, and 24, Katie Phillips. In gray, going from right to left, starters. In goal, Serenity Wizasinski. In the back line, number 25, Maria Thompson. Number 7, Abigail Bernash. The fullbacks are 85, Sydney Hall, and 47, Shelby Hart. In the middle of the park, number 13, Nia Smith, 14, Ayana Blake. Leading the front line, number 5, Liliana Kish. Number 4, Sarah Snyder. And the striker up front is 32, Paige Alice. Atlas, I should note, family in the supporting section with a great sign saying you can't stop what you can't catch. Paige Alice, number 32. Leading scorers on these sides, the aforementioned Paige Alice. And in black, leading scorers are Ava Pelton, Kate Phillips. And I'm told they're an unselfish team and they spread the ball a lot. Looks like the injured player is being taken to the side by the trainer. I think that was number 11, Jocelyn Rude. As we're back underway here in the U18 Premier, as DCFC trying to create a little havoc in the Revs box, but goes right to goalkeeper Emily Santos. Some good footwork there by Liliana Alfaro, number 1 in gray. She'll take the throw. She goes over the head of her teammate. Paige Alice, number 32, look to get in on that. She's more central of the three. Like I said, both teams running 4-3-3 at the moment. That's blocked. Here's Blake. She tried to go centrally again. She hit the ground. That one's put into touch by Sarah Snyder. Still is Detroit. Looking to clear there in that obscured corner. Ball comes out. Again, if you're tuning in, I'm Robert Kerr alongside the Sports Video USA crew. You're watching the U18 Premier between Detroit City FC Genesee in all gray from right to left and MFA Revolution 06 black in the all black going from left to right. 0-0 in the early goings. Clogged in the middle here, Detroit trying to put some pressure on. Trying to go wide to the right. It's prodded along, looking for Alice. But number 3 in black does well to shield the ball for Santos to pick up. Santos is new to the team this year that's been together for so long, and the coaching staff praised her for her communications and distribution from the back. The modern goalie asked to do a lot more than in days gone by. Not only do you have to stop the shots, organize your defense, but you got to be able to be good at passing the ball. As there's a substitution, as number 8, Abigail Martinez, comes off, and number 18, Lauren Rydell, comes back in. I think that was the player injured in the opening moments. The Revs look to get it up to Rouge. Nothing doing. That ball not played to anyone specifically. That goes beyond Billings and her teammates. As that goal kick might be trouble as Revolution press here, trying to get a turnover in the Detroit City FC defensive third. Smith did well there to get it up to Alice. There's Blake. She's been very active here in the opening moments. You can tell she's got good feet. Alice chases that, but to no avail. Like I said, the winners of this advance to the Regional President's Cup next June in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Both teams indicating that they will go if they are crowned champions at the end of this 90-minute match. There's Blake looking to get around number 3 in black. Slowed down, but will continue with a throw-in. DCFC did well to get around a defender there on that far side, but referee Evan Barnett saw an infraction. Free kick deep here in the Revs defensive third. Cut out by DCFC Genesee. Here's Blake. She had a pirouette, but went out of bounds on the far side. This event is brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods, Under Armour, Amazon Smile, Quick Goal, Sports Forms, and Wilson Trophy Company. Beautiful trophies, a whole room full here at the Legacy Center. Nil-nil, about 10 minutes here. U18 Girls Premier, and that's a foul there by Detroit on the far side. There's Rydell taking that throw. Referee dodges that one well. Revs spread the ball to the right-hand side. She picks up her head. She's got defenders on her back. She feeds the ball up the touchline. Revolution into the attacking third. Right-footed cross. Goes across the box. But Wizasinski, my apologies, better take care of it. She boots it with the right foot. It bounces over Alice, but there's Alice is giving a ball to Chase. She's got incredible speed. She made up about 10 yards on the defender, but challenge is whistled for a foul to the chagrin of the supporters below us. Well-attended game here for the State Cup final. Both of these teams with dominant performances in the lead-up stages. Both teams have been together a long time and have a lot invested. This is that pop-up goes into the trash can to the amusement of the Revolution bench. Now, Smith looking for Alice, but to no avail. Blake got caught off the ball. Defender came from in behind and took the ball. Revolution tried to get some space there on the far left side, but nothing doing. Smith cut that out, but her pass didn't find a teammate, but Blake was able to collect. That exchange didn't work there. Oh, dangerous crossfield ball there from the Revs. Right-footed attempt blocked. That ball searching for Alice, not able to corral it as Detroit Genesee maybe getting the better of the early exchanges here as we creep to about a quarter of an hour into the match. DCFC Genesee in the all gray on the attack now. Looking for the winger here. Goalkeeper a little hesitant. She goes down and collects well enough eventually. Took a bit of a unnecessary tumble. She's some sort of gear come off and she throws it out of bounds in mild disgust. Santos taking all the time allotted to her. That ball almost reaches the foot of Addison Fisher. That ball too strong for the running Jocelyn Rouge. Something along the floor might have been easier for the winger to corral. The Revs currently playing in the SP Prem 2 division for their regular season play. They're 2-1, early goings there. Likewise, DCFC Genesee were the Spring 23 MSP SP Prem 2 champions. So these two playing at similar levels. The team in black from the Muskegon area, a team in gray from Grand Blanc. Good to see a team have retained the same core over course of youth careers. You can tell the coaching staff and the organization is doing something well to retain so many players. We're hoping to see some cohesion as Alice and one of the Revolution defenders kind of giving each other little bumps off the ball. Here's Alice, tries to steal the ball with the pressing and forces a clearance. There's Blake, she goes back to the goalie. Wyszynski to clear, right-footed. She fends Smith. Smith able to connect with Kish. And Blake has been on the ball a lot already. One of the notes on her is she recently played for the State Olympic Development Program team. So you can tell she's got some quality on the ball. So she's achieved some. And DCFC Right fullback doing well there along the touch line. Gets her team moving quickly, but that touch doesn't quite stick. Tiana Blake. 0-0, just crossing the 17-minute mark. There's a revolution here, try to build an attack. That's cut out well there by DCFC. Good composure on the ball there by Jocelyn Rouge, but ultimately had to kick it out into touch. Comes DCFC, trying to establish some possession. Here, touchline. Find a little space centrally. Working down the left with Alice. Gets around the defender, but she's got some help. Number 16 in black, Maria Inigenberg, did well there to assist her teammate in the back line. Defensive midfield anchor. Here's Ayanna Blake, right-footed strike. Blocked down well by Emma Anderson. Now it looks like it will be a corner for the girls in gray. I'm sure they'll be looking for the likes of Paige Ellis, but it goes over her head into the back door. And that fooled a few folks as that ball hit the outside of the net. Those with certain angles thought that back post header found the back of the net, but just wide and outside, probably the closest opportunity of the match so far. There's that gear that was discarded by the goalkeeper. And there was some eyewear. Goalie gets it out, but only as far as DCFC defenders. Blake feeds Alice down the right-hand side. She crosses it, and just over the head of number 4, Maddie Billings. And that one pops up and hits the roof here at the Legacy Center. Yeah, here in southeast Michigan, Brighton, Michigan, Legacy Center Sports Complex, scene for the fall 2023 MSYSA State Cup Finals. 0-0 as we hit the 20-minute mark in the first half. Pretty even. DCFC probably with slightly upper hand. Closest chance so far. Got a good header that was just wide a few moments ago from a corner. It looks like when it hits the roof, you return it to the opponent's goalkeeper for a restart. Wuzasinski steps up, and that is an errant pass. Touch is a bit heavy to get on the end of. Alice battling with Fisher. Eventually comes to DCFC. Who's pass out of the back. Didn't connect with a teammate. Smith tries to chest it down. Looking for Blake, but cut out there by the girls in black. That's a long ball. One to chase by Phillips. Phillips harries the back line. Long range effort turned into a pass. Cut out there, still alive. Left foot effort, blocked by Smith. That was Katie Phillips, one of the leading scorers on this Revolution side, looking to get her team a shot on target. Wuzasinski untested thus far, as we're going to see a substitution. That's number 11 in black, Jocelyn Rouge, coming off. That's 44, Ava McDaniel checking in. She's lurking in the middle. She might... The substitution, Ava McDaniel in a good position there as her teammate advanced up the left-hand side. She was poised by the penalty spot in a little bit of space. She still has a little bit of room if her teammates can find her. There's Revolution. There they go. They do find McDaniel. Her touch gets away from her, gives DCFC the opportunity to step in, and they're coming on the left-hand side. Coming across well, though, is Reese Triska. These teams looking to turn defense into offense as 3 DCFC players have come off. Number 1, 4, 47. Alfaro Hart. And Snyder are off. Once they turn and show their numbers, I'll give you the incoming players. One of the new players on the field. But here's Revolution on the attack. And out for a corner. As I search for number 2, Natalie Church, among the new players to come on for DCFC. But they have some defending to do. Revolution have a corner from the obscured corner here. Wizasinski, attentive, has a player on her. And that did reach an attacking player in a threatening position just at the top of that 6-yard box. Right-footed volley came off the foot of number 3 in black, Addison Fisher. Her dad leading this team is Jason Fisher. And leading this group since U9, and that was his daughter. Trying to get on the end of a State Cup final cross, trying to get that goal. The 0-0 still here as we approach 25 minutes into the U18 Premier State Cup Final 2023. My name is Robert Kerr alongside Sports Video USA, streaming live, and it'll be archived on the MSYSA YouTube channel. Second of 3 games here in the field house as Smith gets whistled for that challenge. Taken quickly, a little too quickly for her teammates though. They were not alert to that, and Allison is gonna steal that off the defense. The goalie does very well to get there, just a step ahead of Allison. Emily Santos had to be sure there. Paige Alice, a threat. She's got to be the fastest on the field. Definitely a few steps quicker than the back line here. And the goalie had to be sharp. Another attack, a left-footed floater. Looked threatening for a moment while it was in the air, but Emily Santos' positioning and hands were sound. Telling her team to calm down just a touch. But her clearance is met by an opponent coming down the right-hand side. That pass asking a little bit too much of the DCFC right winger. The winner of this match, the champions, will not only hold the title of Michigan State Cup champions, but they'll advance to the Regional President's Cup next June 14th through 18th, 2024 in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So a ticket to South Dakota on the line in addition to becoming State Cup champions. There's Smith heading it, chasing it, knocking it along. That left-footed ball towards Alice. Just about 2 steps too far for Paige Alice to get on the end of. Challenge. Battled for. Another sub coming soon. Referee told him to wait. Paige Ellis gives chase. Pokes it along for a teammate to chase. That's going to be just a little bit too far for number 5 in gray. Liliana Kish to get on the end of. And here comes that sub. Number 16 in black, Maria Enigenberg, coming out. She was stout in her 27 minutes in the first half. Goal kick. Under pressure. Blake cuts that out. Receives the ball from her teammate. Looking for that left wing. There's a good battle there. Now Detroit can come up the left-hand side. Left-footed cross is defended well. Blooped into the middle. No one really on the end of it, but here's Ayanna Blake. One again here on the left side. Number 2, Natalie Church does well. Got it into a dangerous position, but well defended again. Church. Looking for a teammate. 2 gray shirts in the box. She was looking for a teammate. Ayanna Blake at the top of the box, but that was cut out as that ball comes into the spectators area. Some jeers. Knocked out into the supporter section once again over the head of the Church. And the crowd not doing their part. Not able to get that pitch back to the players on the field. Eventual success is found though. Here's Alice. She's the danger woman. Her pass cut out. And here come the Revolution trying to spread it wide, but a little bit too much mustard on that one. Well ahead of Katie Phillips. Nil-nil as we approach the 30-minute mark in the first half of the U18 Premier State Cup Final. Heart in the mouth moment there, but well recovered by number 2 in black, Emma Anderson. A key defender for this Rev side. Blake tries to pirouette, but tripped. Still with DCFC. Cross cut out at the front post and cleared. Mac Alexander there on the field on the far side. We got some more substitutions. Smith is off. And another, there's a double sub. Big cheers as number 11 Peyton McKay checks in, as well as another. We have some Revolution subs as well, including number 7, Addison Vogel. Another note, teammate is here as a supporter, Nadia Burr, recovering from her second ACL surgery, a senior, made the trip cross-state to support her teammates after an unfortunate second ACL injury. So what a teammate to come all the way across state to support her team here in Brighton. And here's Ayanna Blake on the ball once more. She's tripped, looks at the ref, gets the call. She got her head up, looking for a possible quick one. Now straightens her socks in, turns and lets the referee, Evan Barnett, mark off her 10 paces. 0-0 here in the latter stages of the first half. Might look to test the goalkeeper. Right-footed strike, looking for that near corner, but not on frame this time, but a bit of a sighter. showing that she's capable of that long-range effort. Number 14 in gray, Anna Blake. Like I said, on the selection for the state ODP team. So here come the Revolution, going from left to right again. Here come Detroit. Looking for Alice. Cut out. Good pass. Found an option. Here's Allison on the chase. Will she get there before the end line? She does. She cuts inside a defender. Look, it's up. Oh, almost found Blake making a great run to the penalty spot, but cut out well by the Revs there. Nice pass from Alice, but here come Detroit again. Left-footed cross. Defended well, looked like a foul, no call. It was Natalie Church with the service, and here come the Revolution. Coming on the left-hand side. Vogel. Wins the throw. 21 Georgia Blackmore in the game. One of the subs from a few moments ago. As was Ava McDaniel. Number 5 did well to not let that bounce overhead. Eliana Jerzalma looked like she might get caught out there for a second. Restart on that far side. Paige, Alice, absolutely battling here. Here's Blake. Gathers it well. That was Peyton McKay, number 11, looking to get it up to Alice. Still with Detroit. Finds through the legs of an opponent. Nice footwork there by Blake. That pass doesn't connect with her teammate. Here's one of our new defenders, number 7 in gray. Excuse me. There's one of our starters, number 7 in gray, Abigail Bernash, who corralled that longer ball there. Back with the Revs. Across the middle of the field. Stood up there for number 6. Battles, continues to battle. But it's on the far side and end a touch corralled by Mac Alexander. There's a long ball for Alice to chase. She has one teammate making a late run, but that won't reach her. That was Natalie Church still chasing. She was absolutely busting along to try to give Alice some support, but wasn't able to get on the end of that cross from her striker. 0-0, 35 minutes in. McDaniel to throw. They connect to the front line for the Revs. Right. Very ambitious shot attempt from Billings there. Her team still on the ball. Nice little piece of footwork to keep the ball, but if not momentarily. The Revs so far's attack has been a bit more gradual and methodical. It seems like Detroit always have that release to Alice. Another name on the field for the girls in black, the Revs, Abigail Martinez, is on the field. Looks like she's taking up a striker position. The front line for the back line being tested here. That's centered, looking for Church, but cleared away. Looked like that might spring a counterattack, but the whistle goes in favor of the girls in gray. 0-0 here. U18 Girls Premier State Cup Final. Long searching ball. Church stoops to get on the end. She finds her fullback who hits it with the left foot, and Santos able to hold on. That was off the boot of 85 in gray, Sydney Hall. Could see what she was going for. Didn't quite come off. DCFC with the better of the chances so far. Had a header from a corner that hit the outside of the net. A couple long-range efforts, but nothing too threatening outside of that. That one's prodded along, hoping Martinez can win the ball back. And for the third time, the reactions of the spectators is tested as the ball comes up close here. Coach Fisher describes his team as very unselfish, liking to spread the ball around to find the best option, and you can tell that philosophy or that explanation to be true here. Definitely working to find something. Detroit more direct as the Revs tried to find an opening down the left-hand side, but is defended well there by Peyton McKay, but finds his way back to the Revs. Looking for the run of Martinez, but Wizasinski alert to the danger and able to gather. Her kick cut out at midfield, looking left. Very strong tackle there. Number 37, Mac Alexander, laying the lumber and receives the first yellow card of the game. Very heavy challenge from the number 37 in gray. Four Revolution players on the top of the box. Floated, but well away from Martinez. Brzezinski looking for Alice. Ball bouncing around a little bit here. There's Blake. She goes back to our fullback who blasts it up and out. About 5 minutes to go in the first half, plus probably at least a minute or two of stoppage time, as we had an injury early in the match. That one finds its way to Alice. She got teammates making runs. Blake ahead of her. Unable to corral it. Well defended there by the Revs midfielder. This match, huge for these two clubs. Both teams grew up together. Both sides saying they've been together at least 6-7 years. A lot of these girls, juniors and seniors, been playing together since the young youth levels, coming up together. Maybe the second half opens up a little bit more and we see some more chances, but very even thus far between DCFC Genesee Rouge and MFA Revolution Black. From Muskegon and Grand Blanc respectively, is that long range effort from Church, I think, into the hands of Santos. Goes over the head of Alice. But back to Blake. Right footage attempt bounces up into the lap of Emily Santos. She punts it, and it eventually finds its way to Ava McDaniel, who's dispossessed by Blake, who is blocked by the referee. The referee sent an unintentional pick there, but eventually it finds its way back to Blake, who spreads the ball well. Looked to be knocked down behind the blade. No call. The ball's with the Revs. Nice touch inside to get away from the midfield defender. Going wide, looking for McDaniel, but cut out by DCFC. That ball is sent along left-hand touchline, and eventually for a throw deep in Revs territory. The pass from the DCFC defense is intercepted by the Revs, and they're on the attack. Gets fortuitous, but the ball sticks under her feet. And good recovery there by number 37, Gray, Mac Alexander. Received a yellow card moments ago. Does well to stop what might have been a threatening MFA Revolution attack. Michigan Football Academy. When they started off, this Revs team was the Storm back in the young youth days. When the girls got to about 11, 12, changes made, and they've gone from strength to strength, and now they're here at the 2023 State Cup Final. Looks like it's a throw there on the far side. Detroit looking to get the first goal of the game on the brink of halftime. On the outside of the box, some more stout defending from the Revs. It's cleared into touch there. No nonsense defense. Here's Ayanna Blake. She flicks it to herself. Defenders have to deal with it. Nervy moment for a second there. Still not cleared out entirely. Detroit have some space on the ball. Looped into the box. Defender has to head away. Still not cleared. Detroit had a chance there if they were able to get on it. Looked like a little bit of tired legs there from the Revolution defense. Not halftime whistle. A lot of folks almost stood up as if it was halftime, but just a foul. We play on into stoppage time here. We're in injury time in the first half of the U18 Girls Premier State Cup Final, and here's DCFC Genesee looking for the long ball to release Alice. She's on the chase. But the defender was in position and able to take care of that. Trying to find a way out. Nothing doing here. Here's Blake. She does well. Uses her footwork to get it to the right-hand side. Looking for Alice, not able to connect. Detroit, can they get one on the brink of halftime? Up the left-hand side. Can she get in service? Left-footed cross. Looking for the run of Alice. Almost connected. But the trusty hands of Emily Santos denies the opportunity for the girls in gray. Here's DCFC Genesee. In a hand battle there. And it goes in favor of the Revs. Crowd upset about that, but it seems fair ultimately. The Detroit player pushed, and a referee now blows for halftime. Evan Barnett leads us into the break, 0-0. Welcome back, soccer friends, to the second half of the U18 Girls Premier State Cup Final 2023 between DCFC Genesee and MFA Revolution Black. We're scoreless as we come back for the second 45 minutes. A defensive battle so far. Maybe DCFC Genesee with the slight edge in chances. The closest to a goal we came so far, a back post header from a corner that hit the outside of the goal net. Outside of that, well contained every time that there's been a chance. Each side's defense has done well to counter. One caution to note, substitute defender Mac Alexander, number 37 in gray, the one and only booking in the first half. DCFC in the all gray are going from left to right on your screen here in the second half, and MFA Revolution in the all black from right to left. Both teams have been together a long time, and this is a very big game for them. Not only playing for the title, State Cup Champions 23, playing for a chance to advance to the Regional President's Cup in Sioux Falls, South Dakota next June. Both teams said they intend to go if they are winners here today. So a lot on the line, big 45 minutes to come. Waiting for referee Evan Barnett's whistle, coordinating with the assistants, checking in. And here we go, the second half of the U18 Premier is underway. The girls in gray, DCFC Genesee, coached by Robert Knuckles. In black, from right to left, MFA Revolution, coached by Jason Fisher. As that early chance goes out for the linesman and the referee, looking back and forth at each other, and it ultimately turns out to be a DCFC goal kick, and it looks like they're going to use a defender for the goal kicks here in the second half, as that kick is actually cut out by the Revs. Good battle there to break that up, but it makes its way back to the Revs anyway. No possession there, but as we saw in the first half, Paige Allison able to get on to just about everything that they kick up the field. She's kind of been the lone striker, but able to make up a lot of ground and gets to the ball first seemingly every time they play the ball up into the attacking area. Now skims under the foot of Sydney Hall into touch. My name's Robert Kerr, and I'm alongside the Sports Video USA crew, being streamed live and being archived on the MSYSA YouTube channel. Both teams with great performances, making their way up to the finals here. Huge goal differences here in the semifinal. This DCFC side won 5-0 over Eastside FC, and likewise a 2-0 win against Royal Oak was the final step here to the final for the Revs. Both teams have been together a long time, since their very young youth soccer days, as DCFC looked to break out. Here's Paige Allison, the outlet. But her pass to the right wing to Jocelyn Root is cut out, and here come the Revolution down the left-hand side. There's 4 shirts waiting in the box. Cut out well and cleared. More stout defensive work. And once again, you see it there. As the towering defender, Maria Inningenberg, directed that, but here's the Revs looking to get into the attacking penalty area, and they do. There's a pass on, right-footed strike. What a save by Wizinski! That's the best chance of the game. And goalkeeper Serenity Wizinski with a one-hand, left-handed save to keep the score even at zeros. Number 2, I think it was Emma Anderson, robbed by Wizinski. The game's starting to liven up here in the second half. Best chance so far comes in the opening 4 minutes of the second half. The pressing and winning the ball back in the penalty area, the layoff to the penalty area, the measured strike on goal had all the ingredients of a goal, but the variable that she didn't take into account was the heroic left-handed save of Serenity Wizinski. Can DCFC respond? They've weathered a little bit of a chance there from their goalkeeper heroics. Paige Allison has covered a lot of ground, hasn't had any clear-cut chances. She's on the ball here again. She knocks it past the defense. She got 3 teammates in the box. Can she find any of them? She plays it back. The ball wouldn't quite sit for Callie Dorman there. Kind of bounced up on her. Looked like she might have a volley attempt on, but the hesitation, waiting for it to come down, allowed her to get crowded out. Paige Allison definitely has a bit of a spirit to her. A couple times I've seen her bumping, this time with number 5, Juliana Kish, and that's a free kick here near the touchline. Looks like it would be a right-footed effort from Ayanna Blake. She's definitely showed a lot of skill in the ball thus far in the State Cup final. Right-footed cross. Dangerous ball, finds the head of a teammate, but the attempt goes wide of Emily Santos' goal. Santos takes the goal kick, but it's cut out. And that block, dangerous, but Santos able to get there before the very speedy Paige Allison. Her supporters with the mantra, can't stop what you can't catch. So far has been nullified by good defensive teamwork. But you feel like she gets a clear-cut chance she might get on the score sheet today. And that she'll chase this one again. But tangle of legs there leads to a whistle from referee Evan Barnett. This event is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, official sporting goods retailer and tournament sponsor of the MSYSA. Under Armour, official apparel sponsor of the MSYSA. Amazon Smile. Shop Amazon Smile and support the MSYSA. As this goes into the attacking third, here come the Revs. Up the right-hand side. Stays with the Revs. Almost the right-footed strike. Good defense from Detroit, not allowing any shots here. There's another attempt. Denied and cleared. Pressure starting to ramp up, though. DCFC weathering a little bit of a storm here. Can the Revs live up to their coach's words with good, patient build-up? So far, they have. They made an outstanding chance about 8 minutes ago. No, scratch that. 5-6 minutes ago, but DCFC goalkeeper Wyszynski with a great left-handed diving save, and she spills this one, and it finds the back of the net. No offside. Number 4, Maddie Billings capitalizes on the rebound, and it's 1-0 for the MFA Revolution. Billings, right place, right time, reacted well. 1-0. Number 4, Maddie Billings, who loves putting together puzzles and drinking tea, gets on the score sheet in the State Cup final. Just as I was praising Wyszynski, her first error of the match, she dropped the floating ball, cruelly punished, as we see a triple sub from Coach Robert Knuckles now. 37-11, 2 of the 3 that are coming off. Number 13, Nia Smith in the game. Number 5, Liliana Kish back in the game. And Ayanna Blake, I believe, was the 3rd in the game as well. 1-0 to the girls in black. 35 minutes to go. It took some time, it took some patience, but we got our first goal. That 3rd substitution was actually Shelby Hart, number 27 in gray. Elbow came up there a little bit, and the referee saw it. Free kick to be taken by Blake for DCFC Genesee. It's floated to the top of the box, defended well. Both teams have been very sound defensively so far. Sometimes the cruelty of the game, only 1 mistake and 1 goal here. Does this DCFC Genesee team have something in them to get an equalizer and kick on here in the State Cup final? It's going to roll all the way here to Shelby Hart, who does well to knock the ball into some space, win herself a little bit of time. Her pass, though, is cut out before it could get to Liliana Kish. The supporters here having to be very attentive, as I think that's the fourth time the ball's popped up and to the crowd here. Here in Southeast Michigan, the Legacy Center Sports Complex in Brighton, Michigan, the scene for the 2023 State Cup Finals. That throw in finds its way to Kish. Trying to feed Paige Allison, but in touch for the girls in black. Blake to Kish. Across to Smith. Back to Blake. Looking for that left winger. Will she make that run? That's a big collision there between Santos. I think that's number 2, Natalie Church, and Santos goes down after a pretty decently heavy collision there. She was brave. That was a 50-50 ball. She put her body on the line, as she did a couple times in the first half, to get to the ball before Paige Ellis on a number of occasions. That time, trying to get there before Natalie Church, and she paid the price. Hopefully nothing major here as the teams regroup back by their coaches, both DCFC coach Robert Knuckles and MFA Revolution coach Jason Fisher calling the teams back to the bench, while goalkeeper Emily Santos receives attention before this injury. We're just over half an hour to go in the 90-minute period. The winner of this match, obviously, will be titled State Cup champions and will advance to the Regional President's Cup in June 2024 in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. More sponsors for the tournament. Quick Goal, the official training equipment supplier of the MSYSA. Sports Forms, encourage you to take your club and league paperless with Sports Forms. And Wilson Trophy Company, official award supplier of the MSYSA. Here at the Legacy Center, they have a room displaying all the trophies for all the different age groups and divisions. It's pretty impressive here. Today, we are here for finals, the age groups 14 through 19. And there is a total of 208 teams registered for this competition. Like I said, the winner of this advances to the regional championship in Sioux Falls, South Dakota in June, and the winners of that advance to the National President's Cup in July. If you want to get involved, hashtag MSYSA across social media, as well as hashtag Road to SD for the Regional President's Cup. And it looks like Emily Santos, after receiving a few moments of treatment, is good to continue. Our referees giving the ball back to her, and doesn't look like she'll have to be substituted, and we're going to be back underway here. My name is Robert Kerr. Proud to be here on the call for the MSYSA State Cup Finals as the girls in black, MFA Revolution, lead 1-0 over the girls in gray, the DCFC Genesee side. Both teams in impressive form coming into this game. The girls in gray behind by just the one with about half an hour to go. Here's Blake. She feeds Allison Page down the right-hand side. She'll get there. She stops, looks up. She's got two teammates in the box. Alice tries a threaded ball along the end line. A creative idea, eventually cleared away. Her team retains the ball in the attacking third. Looking for Blake. She gets to it. Paige chases it. And they've got a little bit of chaos here. Right-footed strike, and it's in! What a goal! Ayana Blake! Right-footed strike. She hits it out of the air and gets her team equal in the state cup final. Ayana Blake. She was keyed in there. Her team caused a turnover in the Revolution box, and they capitalized. 1-1, game on. So we are 1-1 with under half an hour to go in the U18 Premier State Cup Final. What a blast. I mean, that was a half volley right footer over the goalie into the side netting. An impressive strike from Ayana Blake. Referee didn't see that handball. I thought he might be playing advantage. Kept the whistle out of his mouth, and here's Paige Allison, who no doubt has some energy, but she's dispossessed, and here come the Revolution. Some energy has been injected into the building. Here's Paige. Good stout defending there by the number 2 in black, Emma Anderson. DCFC pressing, Shelby Hart up pretty far up the field for that throw. One here in the final. It was 0-0 at half-times. There was a defensive struggle there in the first 45 minutes, but since that first goal, it's opening up here. A lot of passion. These teams have been together for a very long time. Could be the culmination of their efforts here. If you're just joining us, DCFC Genesee just equalized of a great right-footed effort off the right foot of Ayana Blake to equalize. 2 second-half goals, one piece. A lot to play for here. Here's Paige Alice. She gets in behind. She gets it into the box, looking for Smith. And eventually cleared there. The Revs with their backs to the walls here after that equalizer. Can they do something here? There's 3 black shirts pouring over the halfway line. Cutting inside, getting behind the defense, but eventually crowded out. Offense thwarted. And now defense, offense, bodies colliding. That looked like a painful one, and it's put out of bounds as there's a Revolution player down on the turf here. Trainer has been busy. There's been a lot of heavy challenges, and at the very least, the wind has been knocked out of the player on the ground here. The MSYSA, the Michigan State Youth Soccer Association, is a nonprofit organization representing over 90,000 youth soccer players, 10,000 plus coaches, and 6,000 plus referees throughout Michigan. The MSYSA consists of a vast number of leagues that register boys and girls from ages 4 through 19 throughout the state. MSYSA is a member of the USYSA and the USSF. Looks like the injured Revs player is back on her feet. I think that was number 5, Eliana Girazal. Good to see her up after taking that knock a few moments ago. Score 1-1 here in the U18 Girls Premier State Cup Final. Revolution struck first in about the 54th minute. Scored by number 4, Maddie Billings. And an equalizer just a few moments ago by Ayanna Blake. "23 minutes or so plus injury time to go in this final. Everything to play for, 1 apiece. That miss-hit cross goes across the field. Here's Church. She's met there by a Revolution defender. Throw goes DCFC's way. Throw down the line, looking for Paige Alice. Still with her. Still with DCFC. There's Blake, the goal scorer. She finds a teammate on top of the box. Trying to feed Smith, but denied. Since conceding, it's been all DCFC, but there's a 1-player breakout for the Revolution. Got a player streaming on the far post, but 3 DCFC defenders able to block the service. There was 2 Revolution players. It was a 2 versus 3, and they pinned them all the way back. Number 17 in black, Madison Gassaway, absolutely busted along. Rocket speed to support the attacking teammate. Got to a great place, but DCFC crowded that out and put it out for a Revolution corner kick. A lot more players forward for this corner than in the first half. Taken low, near post. Number 3, got a foot on it. Still in the area, and that bounces off the outside of the goal. And looked threatening there for a moment. Number 5, Eliana Girazal, I believe that was the player that was treated just a moment ago. Found the low taken cross from the corner onto her foot, and Gassaway comes off for Revolution, and 2 or 3 for DCFC. Left-footed goal kick comes out to Girazal. Or excuse me, Kish. So it's 5 versus 5, Kish and Girazal here on the near touchline. In favor of Detroit. Smith looking to get on the end of it. She'll chase it. Will she get there? She puts it into a dangerous area, but wasn't able to keep the ball in. That'll be a Michigan Football Academy goal kick. Santos shaken up earlier. Plays short. And that ball goes over the head of the DCFC defender, number 24 in black. Puts on the Jets, pressures the ball, and forces a last-ditch tackle from DCFC. Some incredible speed there from Katie Phillips. She got around 1 and forced a very critical tackle. I believe that was Abigail Bernash with that sliding challenge there in the box. Lots of black shirts in the box for this corner. Goes over the goalie. Bernash supplies. Very dangerous moment. Wizasinski got under that ball Anyone could have got ahead to that. And it went out in a touch, and I believe it's out to touch again for a deep throw. Now it's MFA Revolution's time to try to turn the screw. That centering ball is blocked. Here's Blake trying to clear lines. No nonsense clearance there from the Revolution. That ball's high, doesn't hit the roof though. Jerzal gets to a teammate. They don't combine. Smith heads it to the far side. Snyder unable to corral it, however. Here's Blake. She turns. She rolls a player. Wins a throw. Throw to Smith. Looked like it bounced into her hand. No call. And eventually presses the ball out into touch. Very deep throw. Substitution coming for the Revs. Looks like that's number 7, Addison Vogel, catching a breather. No, my apologies. There might be 18, Lauren Rydell coming out. Oh, good turn there by Smith. And the defender got the worst of that challenge. Number 2, Emma Anderson's going to feel that. Smith won her team a corner. As the minutes go by, this game gets more intense. Each opportunity comes with more weight. Right-footed corner into the danger area. Goes to the back post. Referee Evan Barnett sees something he doesn't like, blows the whistle. And that will release some of that pressure on the Revolution. Santos not being tasked with the place kick. Instead of defender does it, similar result. Header central by Ava Pelton. And here comes Smith, who's whistled. It looked like a pretty good play. She got her frame between the ball and the player. Referee deemed it a foul. Some spectators disagreeing with that call as well. The free kick is taken long. Difficult bounce for the DCFC defender. Good defense there. Not letting her team be countered. 21 in black, Georgia Blackmore. Here's Smith. Can she keep it in? She does, but ends up being a looping ball that Santos is going to be able to take care of. About 15 minutes to go here. 1-1. MFA Revolution in the all black going from right to left. DCFC Genesee in all gray going from left to right. We got a DCFC player down. Looked like she got an elbow to the stomach area. She's up now. Play continues. Here's Kish. Challenged. More stout defense. The 5 versus 5 battle on this near side's been pretty good. Liliana Kish versus Eliana Jurozal. The outcome there is a DCFC corner. Another substitution before the taken. Looks like that's number 11, Jocelyn Rouge, coming off. I think that's Ava McDaniel checking in. Corner in. Header at the top of about the penalty spot. Got the target, but not the header right. As that ball was connected by an attacking player, but well over the bar. Doesn't threaten the goal of Santos. She takes her goal kick, but it's turned over there. Number 31, Ava Pelton, coming in strong. Centering ball's cut out there. DCFC have a couple of players ahead of the ball. That's over the defender's head, looking for Smith. And Smith collides into Santos, who collects a yellow card for her troubles. Santos has faced a number of collisions. Two yellow cards accrued by DCFC Genesee so far, and that one on the harsher end, but the defender did well to corral the ball, so her goalie had a chance at that. That was definitely a threatening moment. Looked like Smith was in on goal there for a moment. Blake, one-touch pass to the outside, but number 4, the Maddie Billings, actually Sarah Snyder, forgive me, bounces off of her and unable to connect well, and that attack came to nothing. DCFC backline with a no-nonsense clearance, out of touch. Or into touch, rather. Under pressure, turnover, Revolution. This loose touch is cleared away. There's Jerzel. She's got to work to get around Kish, who threw in some extras after the ball was away. Starting to see some arms come up after the ball goes away now, the intensity being ratcheted up. Smith does well to turn there. Big collision there. The defender came in very heavy. Number 2 in black, Emma Anderson, definitely played the ball, body and not the ball. And Maddie Smith looks to be okay, but taking some heavy contact out there. No foul there. A little bit, very surprised. That was very strong. Play continues. Tied 1-1. About 10 minutes plus stoppage time to go. The referee calls for a DCFC free kick here to the side of the 18-yard box. Dangerous position considering the time in the match and how many gray shirts are forward now. All 10 field players in the attacking half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe 6 gray shirts to aim at, all near the back of the penalty area. Blake delivers past Santos, headed by the defense, and cleared. Well defended. Sent back into the attacking third. Offside. That takes the temperature out for just a moment, but I have a feeling this last 10 minutes are going to be intense. My name's Robert Kerr, and I'm alongside the Sports Video USA crew, streaming live and being archived on the MSYSA YouTube channel. 1-1. Billings and Blake, the goal scorers. Both second half goals, one apiece. This down the left-hand side, another collision. Really nice tackle. Abigail Bernash did what she had to do there. That was Pelton who took the brunt of that, who's been a lot more active here in the second half. Here's a challenge here on the far side. Defender number 4 did well. Sarah Snyder, she was under some pressure there on an island a bit. So that's headed along, and that might be a Revolution corner. These corners getting more and more intense, more and more attacking bodies committed. Nia Smith, the only player forward for Detroit. Everyone else back in the defensive box. Right-footed corner into the front post area. And this time, Serenity Wizasinski holds on. She had to battle her way to get to that at the front post. She did well. She plays it to the right-hand side, gets to Blake. Ayanna Blake, an impressive performance here. It was her right boot that got her team equal just after the hour mark here in the second half. Handball will give set piece opportunity to the girls in gray. Another opportunity for Ayanna Blake to provide some quality on the delivery. Let's see what kind of runners she has to aim for. There's 4 girls in gray on the top of the box. Right-footed kick, floated near the penalty area, over a bunch, and it's gonna fall! And it's loose in the box, and Smith's in on there and hit the post, and the referee blew his whistle. 2 players down. Not sure the call just yet. He's waving for a trainer. That free kick put into a very dangerous area at the top of the 6-yard box. Went over everybody. It looked like it had fallen to the foot of Liliana Alfaro. She was taken down. It looks like it'll be a penalty for DCFC Genesee. Ayanna Blake standing at the penalty spot. Trainer standing over Alfaro. Helped onto her feet. And from a goal down, it appears DCFC Genesee have the opportunity to go ahead within the last half a dozen minutes of the match. Emily Santos in net for MFA Revolution. Ayanna Blake for a brace in the State Cup final. With only a few moments remaining. A critical juncture in this U18 Premier matchup. Santos on her line. Blake waits. Ayanna Blake, number 14, scored the equalizer. Can she put her team ahead? And she does! She beats Santos down to her right. She got a hand on it but couldn't keep it out. From a goal back to a goal ahead. Ayanna Blake, very late. Ayanna Blake has a brace in the State Cup final and has her team ahead in the very late stages. It was her free kick delivery that put the Revs under pressure, which forced that penalty, and has gotten her team out ahead here very late in the game. There's just a lot of afters. The afters continuing. 4 and 44 throwing the body around when the ball was more than gone. Revolution, can they produce a dramatic equalizer? They started the scoring. Can they do it again? They're in the attacking third. Doesn't connect there though. 18 was looking for her teammate to move into that position, didn't do it. They still have an opportunity as they still possess the ball as the ball goes into touch on the far side. Not much time remaining here. Stays with Michigan Football Academy. Both teams have been together for so long. Revolution looking for that equalizer. If they get an equalizer, it's got to be dramatic. Under pressure, Revolution cleared out. Can they produce another chance? They have a player injured behind the ball. Number 3 in black, Addison Fisher, looks to be in a considerable amount of pain. Coach Fisher coming out to attend. And they're stretching out her leg. Hopefully that's just cramp. She's holding her face. It's definitely feeling that. 2-1 for the girls in gray, however. As our player receives some treatment, it looks like they're stretching her out, so hopefully that is just a touch of cramp. It started with a mistake by the DCFC goalie that was cruelly punished at close range by Maddie Billings on the 55th minute mark. Just under 10 minutes later, a right-footed volley, a beautiful looping shot, hit the side panel of the netting to tie it up for DCFC. And just a few moments ago, around the 85th minute mark, free kick looped into the penalty area. Chaos ensued, which led to a penalty kick, which Ayanna Blake buried to make it 2-1 and to put DCFC Genesee just a few moments away from State Cup Championship. Coach Robert Knuckles told me the only acceptable outcome for this team is winning it all and advancing to the President's Cup next June in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And he has his team, Ayanna Blake's double, her brace, have them dreaming, but they're going to have to hold on for a while longer as we are in injury time. And they're going to be adding more on as there's been a few injuries in the match so far, a few stoppages, lots of heavy challenges in this game. Hopefully this isn't anything serious. She's tenderly putting weight on that right foot, the injured player. Number 3 in black, Addison Fisher. Very ginger on that right foot. Looks like she's going to try to continue. She's not walking towards the bench at all. So, in injury time here in Brighton, Michigan at the Legacy Center Sports Complex in Southeast Michigan. Over 208 teams registered for this tournament. And here we are for the finals. Finals in the age groups of both Premier and Elite divisions, U14 all the way up to U19. We had the U19s this morning. We're U18s now, moments away from the conclusion. DCFC Genesee, the girls in gray, coming back from a goal down to be up 2-1 in the late stages here. The Revolution will have to come up with something very dramatic to tie it up here in injury time. Throw it in. Sensibly played back. She got squared to the right side. Pops up on her. Blake pressuring her. And it is skewed out of bounds. DCFC Genesee gonna have to defend for a few moments longer. Cleared up only as far as a Revolution player. Finds some space in the middle. Right footer finds some space in the box. Can she find a pass? Here's a Revolution. Good defense there from Genesee. Number 15 in gray, not backing down. Still with the ball. Centers it. Tame effort in the end and into the welcome arms of Serenity Wyszynski. Can't be much left on the clock. Blake does well to chip it to herself. Sends Kish chasing after that. She could put her foot on it and just hang out near the corner flag. She does. Into the obscured area. They're trying to kill the clock now. Referee indicates throw in for the Revs. Out of bounds once more. All these stoppages benefiting the girls in gray. Every second becomes more desperate for the Revs. Blake, player of the game so far with the brace. Very impressive performance. The first half, a defensive struggle here. Both teams keeping the attacking players at bay. Second half opened up. We've seen 3 goals. A comeback, a brace, lots of physical play, and a good amount of quality as well. Here's Kish. Whoa, she is thrown into the wall there. A lot of big collisions right in front of us here as Wyszynski is tested, but thankfully no collision there as the attacking player pressured Wyszynski. It's going to fall to the Revolution defender. Desperate to get it to that right wing. Doesn't fall. Injury time of the U18 Premier State Cup Final. DCFC trying to hold on to win the title and advance to the President's Cup, the Regional President's Cup in June. Both teams been together a very long time. Rejoice for one, heartbreak for another. Those emotions come crashing down at the final whistle when it comes from head referee Evan Barnett. The temperature rose on a couple of occasions in this match, but it simmered down just a bit here with that second goal for DCFC. And there is the final whistle. DCFC Genesee win 2-1. 2-1 final. DCFC Genesee 06 Rouge. State Cup winners of the Fall 2023 MSYSA State Cup. A come from behind victory. A brace from standout midfielder Ayanna Blake. The goal summary. It started with the Revolution. Shortly after the halftime break, number 4, Maddie Billings capitalized on a rebound and got the scoring started early in the second half. Under 10 minutes later, a beautiful right-footed volley beat Emily Santos to tie it up. And shortly before the end of regulation, it was an Ayanna Blake free kick which led to a penalty, which she then tucked away. So, the U18 Girls Premier State Cup Finals ends Detroit City FC, Genesee 2, MFA Revolution 1. My name is Robert Kerr. Proud to be alongside the Sports Video USA crew. You're watching live on the MSYSA YouTube channel. If you want to come back, it will be archived on the YouTube channel. Until next time, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for continued coverage here on the MSYSA YouTube channel. Thank you, and see you next time.